Hello, and welcome to episode 61 of Let's Play Final Fantasy 14 Stormblood. So, in the last episode we found a treasure. And we are literally just returning and going to talk to Lise about it. See what kind of good she can do with that treasure. Oh, you three look. Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? I'm glad you asked, Liz, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. You're joking. The Mad King's Trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have Joffrey and Alphinaud in their party. The credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I vote that it go toward elevating the suffering of... Elevating? Decreasing the suffering of Alamigos poor. I think they kind of used the wrong word there. Gods. If there's as much as you say, Arval did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it on our own. I have taken the liberty of sketching out a rough map of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, then you should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. I will make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes for the spending of it as well. Thank you. Oh, there is one other thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alphinaud. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gel won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alphinaud. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Commander, we got a problem. Deep breaths. Tell me, what happened? Mobs gathered outside the headquarters, and they've started making demands. You best come and see for yourself. Ooh, I remember this one. This is actually a pretty good story plot in the game.
Step back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
We're not leaving till you hand her over!
Bring her out! Bring her out!
What's going on? Someone let slip about Fedora.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it! We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Come on, you don't mean that! We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down!
Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Aye! And my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
So that's what all the fuss is about. Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo.
Hey, who's this?
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, the ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance. But we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth. Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
I know you're right, I do. But I can't.
Alright. So, Robon, he can not only fight, he can speak to the audience too, it seems. Well, I'm pretty sure we all knew that a long time ago. Alright, let's continue this. Fine, thanks, Robon. Listening to their anger, I could feel myself being swept away. It's a difficult tide to stem. It was that same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now that the war is over, All the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. We have reports of mobs forming all over. They've been targeting folks known to have cooperated with the golems. It starts with insults most often. Then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even fought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace. But maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon. And I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I've even begun. Who are these representatives exactly? Oh, village elders, refugees, leaders and the like. I wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own. So we've planned a summit of sorts. We've even invited Ananta and Hurricane to participate. Alamigo stands at the crossroads, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Foldola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. She herself asked to be put to death. Nago, I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated? And everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left, and we'd be no better than Fjordrik and Xenos. Begging your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fodola? Only I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it anyway, during the fight. He's done terrible things, eh? Unforgivable things. But in some ways, she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born. And that's something I can understand. Alright, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk to her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fodola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. Alright. Alright. You're the commander's permission to enter then? That was a question. One that you should know the answer of. Otherwise, anyone could actually go in here. Yeah, I do have permission. Let me in.
Well, well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you? Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless! There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men! And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
That's a lie, and you know it! You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless. Relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fedora. I see you for what you are.
Come along, Fadola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right! Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Filthy tin-head lovers.
Father, what did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who'd gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her. Like your bastard father and whore mother.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Fadola!
Traitors!
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of Arn.
We're citizens. We have rights.
Ah!
I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive. Traitors! Traitors!
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
Fadola, please. You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier? Oh, gods. What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honouring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage. So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn. It's time. It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past? And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay! You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone. The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken. How? Why?
Those I have lost, for those I can yet save.
Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Alright, here we go. And what? Got another orchestra roll. Yeah, quite a story, I have to say. You really get some background into Cordola's past. And even now when I have played this for a very long time, I still feel sorry for her. What do you usually say? Evil was paved by good deeds, or something like that. Alright, let's continue. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. I've found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Joffrey, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing thought, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. Huh. I wonder. Could there be some fundamental difference between one who is born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the immortal flames have been scouring that research facility ever since the liberation. There is chance they might have some answers for us. General Aldin's, the General Aldin's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? General Aldin is inside. Aye. Will you be joining him? I will. Huh. I wonder how much those lamps are actually weighing. Be pretty flat if one of those drop down on your head. What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it? Yes. As expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arnwald noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? Huh. We've been hard pressed just organized research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the science expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. Alright, let's You know, this place, again, I played this quite a few times. I don't know if any one of you have played Final Fantasy VII, but this place kind of reminds me of a small scale of a certain area in the beginning of Final Fantasy VII where Sephiroth actually goes up the stairs. And right here somewhere you have, I don't remember her name, but I think it's Sephiroth's mother-ish or something. And you actually had these capsules like these all the way, well, I would say across the entire room here, and several stories high. The device in which Kryl was held seemed even more ominous. Now you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked supply subjects, while this one bears the label master subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant. Save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Ugh. Blame investigate. So many bodies. Every one of them a victim of these experiments. Few show any sign of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from foreseeable ether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Ooh, huh. I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Geoffrey, shall we start with you? Taken in combination with the testimonies of Kryl and Fankred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enchantment procedure established infusing a single candidate with ether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Kryl, the pattern of her etheric activity would provide a model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kryl's echo? I believe so. Which would explain our prisoner's present state. Kryl is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probably that procure engineered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. Yeah, I missed a few words there, sorry about that. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there is a sentry at her door, night and day. If she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past, but you don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed. As you may recall, Ysael was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Relger's past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. That explains her request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice, regardless. We can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Golemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire religion. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these God's forsaken procedures. And Fordola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish, not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank you, General. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. Well, these have a lot to learn from General Robo. And I'm hoping some of you start to understand now why I always pick the Flames, the Immortal Flames, as my grand company. And this is actually one of the reasons. Like, General Robon is not only a very strong and passionate fighter, he's also very intelligent. And that's a combination I can stand behind and follow. Anyhow, it's been 42 minutes here, so I'm going to call this an episode and say I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please hit the like button. And if you're new here, first of all, welcome. And yeah, if you enjoy my content, then why don't you hit the subscribe button together with the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my episodes. I will be back again tomorrow, and until then, stay safe out there.